What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be my review of Survivor Series War Games 2024. Before I start this review, be sure to join me down below in the comment section. Share your review and opinion on the pay-per-view down below in the comments. Without further ado, let's get started on this review. The first match of the night was the Women's War Games match, and I was personally kind of mixed on this match throughout it. It's probably one of the weaker Women's War Games matches in my opinion, but I also wouldn't say it's a bad match either. This match starts off pretty rocky in my opinion, with lots of moves and like the flow of the match just never started like clicking with me, and overall just felt very slow. One of the spots here that I just felt was kind of awkward was a spot with Naomi doing one of those spots where she kind of like slides while she's kind of like avoiding a clothesline. She just kind of does like a limbo. The timing on that spot was just like so off, and it just didn't look right. There was also a spot with Tiffany Stratton and Io Sky. Both of them are positioned on top of the cage, two different locations, and they try to do it at the same time to make it all look very cool and stuff, but Tiffany gets there first, and she kind of just has to like stand there waiting for Io to kind of position herself on top of the cage. So there was like stuff like that in the match that just didn't like work. There were some enjoyable spots here. There was one spot in particular where all the women were just hitting each other with weapons. It just felt very chaotic and very brutal, like in the best way possible. So overall, I would probably give this match a solid 6.5 out of 10. The next match of the night was LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the United States Championship. To me, this is probably the weakest match on the card, but that's not to say that this match was terrible by any means. This was a match that I just felt didn't really kick into gear. It just never got to the next step, you know. I mean, there were some cool moves here, but it just nothing to really be impressed about. I did like the fact that Shinsuke won. It was a nice surprise. I don't know if it was the best decision, especially since Shinsuke really hasn't really done much in terms of relevancy since the AJ Styles feud back in like 2018. So he hasn't really done much. So it's like you can't really be excited for this. So I do think if this match had more time, it could have been like easily one of the best matches on the card, because I do think Knight and Shinsuke both have really great chemistry, and this match definitely showed it. Overall, I'll give this match a 6 out of 10. The next match on the card was Braun Breaker versus Ludwig Kaiser versus Sheamus for the Intercontinental Championship. You can really make the good argument that this was probably the best match on the card, even though it was obvious like Breaker was gonna win here. There were so many times in this match where I thought either Kaiser or Sheamus could win, and I really hope like Sheamus wins the Intercontinental title soon. I kind of felt like they were kind of like maybe starting a story where they kind of lead up to him eventually winning the Intercontinental Championship, because he definitely deserves it. It's the only championship he hasn't won, so I really hope he definitely wins it. So many times in this match where I thought like they could like give the title to Sheamus. Some really cool moves. Just an overall really solid match that just like it just kept you on the edge of your seat. So many like really good near falls. So I really enjoyed this match. All in all, I would probably give this match a solid 8 out of 10. The next match on the card was Damian Priest versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. This match was very much the same as their match from SummerSlam. I did like the fact that both guys used different moves that they normally use. There were some different like submission moves from Gunther and from Damian as well. It just really made the match feel very fresh with like the moves that they did do. I also really like the fact that leading up to this match, the story was being told of Gunther kind of losing his confidence over losing to Cody at Crown Jewel. It just brought out a different dynamic to to Gunther and his character, so I really enjoy that. Both guys really have great chemistry because they're both big guys and they're physical, but they can also move very fast and very quick and can be very agile. So I really like that. But they both just have like really good chemistry. My main negative to this match is the fact that they basically have the same exact ending to their SummerSlam match. And on top of that, I just feel like the Judgment Day story is just run its course. So I feel like it just hasn't. The Judgment Day story between Finn and Damian, it just hasn't been like, I don't know, it's just been very disappointing. So the ending of this match left a lot to be desired here, so I would probably give this match a solid 7 out of 10. The last match on this card was the men's War Games match. This match was more story than it was wrestling, but that's part of the reason why I really enjoy this match. The little bits of storytelling from Punk, Roman, and like the Sammy and the Usos were just great. From Punk and Roman slowly learning to like work together by saving each other, to Punk bringing back the toolbox for this match with Drew. There was a moment that was really cool in this match where it kind of looked like Punk and Roman might start fighting here. And behind the cage wall, you kind of see Heyman telling them that they have to work together and basically saying like, "This is War Games." And then you basically hear like the announcer going, "Let the War Games begin." And like they both turn and face Solo in the Bloodline. To me, that was just such a cool moment. The way they did it was just awesome. Probably the best spot of the night was definitely Bronson Reed doing a tsunami from the top of the cage. Just seeing someone of his size jumping from the cage is just incredible. I saw a video that kind of showed he might have injured himself doing that spot, and I really hope not. He has been one of the best parts of Raw for the past few months, so I would really hate to see his momentum end like this. Overall, I would give the match and the pay-per-view, I'd probably give this match a 8.5 out of 10, and the pay-per-view overall probably a 7.5 out of 10. It wasn't a bad pay-per-view, but in terms of the pay-per-views we've gotten this year from WWE, it doesn't hold a candle to some of the good ones. So yeah, that was my review of this pay-per-view. Guys, thank you so much for checking out the video. Be sure to join me down below in the comments with your thoughts on the pay-per-view. Be sure to check out my other videos. If you're into movies or video games, make sure to check out my other channels as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out.